What's going on, champs? Better? One lip read. Appreciate Thank you for that. Sorry about that, guys. Let's start again. Morning, champs. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been an interesting PA yesterday with FOMC. FOMC happened. So interest for those who didn't check. Better now. Thank you. Yeah, for those who didn't, who weren't, who's not aware of it, should have been. But it's at 75 BPS. They're looking to, they're talking about slowing it down. Powell's talking about it in the speech. They're looking to slow it down depending on what's going to happen. It's the same nonsense, really. That's what it is. It comes down to that there's still no control. That's the honest truth. The UK has increased the interest rates as well. I'm expecting letters to come in. It's like, yo, your credit cards going to go up in terms of interest rates. Your mortgage can go up, this and that. It's going to be a bit of a terrible winter. Speaking about Dixie, it's coming out resistance. It's coming back to resistance, in my opinion. So we'll talk about that in just a second as well. So we'll see what goes on with the crypto market. There is NFP tomorrow, so be careful if you're going to be trading, just short-term trading, which means like day trading, scalp trading. I am in the long in Ethereum. Talk about Ethereum as well. But looking at alts across the board, the alt market looks fucking nice. I'm in Doge still. Doge, it's doing all right actually, not too bad. So spot buy, it's a spot buy on that. Shib spot buy. I got the dog memes, that kind of stuff. I'm in spot buys for a couple of alts here and there. No reason for me to close it. Like leverage trading will be treated very differently compared to spot buying. Spot buying give a bit more of a leniency to go a bit more. So we'll see how that goes on. So let's go have a look. Let's see what's going on. So smash the likes, everybody, man. Hit the like button and and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well. So who do we have here? We got Derry here, morning to you. We got Final Country Club, Gunas here, Muhammad Abdullah, morning to you, my brother. Fayon89, how you doing, my bro? Mike's in the house. We got Cruz here too. Guna, Jordan Doherty, good to have you here, my brother. Paul Sinclair, sorry about the sound there. Got Valet, it's better there, and we got Stanley Badass here. Thomas, we got as Alswin and Maya. And Maya, sorry. How you doing, brother? Pirates in the house here. Michael Caffrey's here, getting a funded account this month. Good man. Thanks for the help from you and the gang. Big up. Good to hear. Really good. Congratulations, Michael. Really good to hear as well. Really, just remember, risk management is important for anyone who's trading. Key points are risk management. So when I say risk management, is always keep a definitive risk. I have a specific way. So if I take 2 losses in a day, for me personally, I'll take the day off. I won't trade. I'll just watch the chart and so on, because that's my, if I lose 2R, when I say 2 trades, 2R really. Sometimes I go half risk, sometimes when you're scalping, fuck, I need to pick this up. I'll pick this up afterwards. Sometimes I'm half risking, sometimes I go half risk in the trade. Sometimes when I'm scalping, I go a third of a position to half a position, or half a normal R. And so like if I lose 2R in a day, I'm out. So that's an important thing that you guys you should be aware. And what else would I advise as well? Take your time, be patient, have your plan. 90% of the work is planning, and then 10% of it is the management of the trade. So like always take profits at at levels. Do not be afraid to cut the trade if you need to cut the trade as well. Like I tend to use bring my stops to break even at target 1. I may not take profit at target 1, but I bring my stops to break even, and then I manage the rest of the trade. I gotta trim my beard, man. True. I was thinking about that today, but because I stayed at my mom's place yesterday. My mom wasn't feeling too well yesterday, so what happened was I stayed over to my mom's, and I just got back home not too long ago, probably like just over an hour ago, and I'll get it for the next trade, for the next session, Pirate. Sorry about that, Pirate. Fucking that. Fucking, it is thick though. It's thick as hell, man. Really thick. I don't like it long. Them big bearded guys. I don't like it like that. Like like Burb. Burb's got a really big beard. Bird says I only stop trading when I'm wrong, but it's always the market that's wrong. But what Bird's motto is? I only stop trading when I'm wrong, and I'm never fucking wrong. That's what it is. Cruise take our side of it. All right, so let's get cracking. So let's look at dollar index, right? Dollar index, what's going on? Start of the day. So we have this quick surge of push up in price itself. Nothing too major there. I was looking for, so as we discussed many times, literally, I'm going to bring this back up. Right here. So we got this range low here, and we got this range low, range high, mid range. I'm just gonna draw this out there, and then we're just gonna clear it all out and see what's going on. Okay, and that's that there. And I'm also gonna draw one more thing. Okay, put this in black, and that's the ascending channel. That's that there. Hide everything off. Let's see what we got. So what I was looking for yesterday, right, was price to push up into this area of consolidation here. You see this? Let me just put this in a different color, in blue. I was looking for price to push up into this area here. So obviously you got price wicked up, right? And where's it come to? It's coming to an area, like an interesting area of consolidation. Now the key consolidation is this high here, right? And then we got this low here, right? So if you focus on this area here, you can literally see price, it's consolidating in this area here, deviation, finds support, goes back up, does another deviation, finds support, bangs it up there, takes out the stops on there. That's a double top. It takes out the stops there, then sells up, finds resistance, right? So what's happening is now prices come up, fill out this inefficiency over here. Let me delete all this stuff. It's too much fucking wonky lines and shit like that. Let me delete that, delete. There we go. And then fill out this, there's like inefficiencies over here. We're coming to this area. So there's an important level there. So the mid range, right, will be approximately where we are at, actually. That's where the mid range is in this particular range. So what I'm looking for is a potential deviation of the range. I expect a pullback, right? I mean, where the price pushes up a little bit more higher, and I do not mind price coming into this area here. I do not mind for price to come right into this particular consolidation there, right there. And what I want to see is price to find resistance, come back down. Once we come back down, break down, play it back down to range low, into the mid range, back onto this ascending channel. Once we get back below here, find resistance, and that's the deviation completed above the mid range. Just like this, this was a deviation of the mid range, and then let's send it back down to 25% of range and send it back down to range low, and that's it. And that's pretty much the play I'm looking for, right? That's what it is. It is Thursday, so we're getting a push up of the week. I mean, like, where did the start of the week start off here? 31st. It's about here. So it's around here. So the start of the week was here. This is where the start of the week was. Where the gap was, actually. Right here. That's the start of the week. And if you look at it, right, the candle looks like this. So this is the body, right? This is the body. That's the wick, right? And so far, and this is what's the price candle for the weekly is looking like, right? So it's giving a push up there. Like, if we can come back up into these areas, give a little spike, even if it doesn't come into this area here, but starts breaking down the mid range, I'm quite happy for this. Confirmation for me for shorts is getting back below here, playing it back down. Then we can smack it back down 25%, come back into the weekly open. Once we get back below the weekly open, let's go down lower. So that's what I'm looking for, and playing it level to level. It is NFP coming up tomorrow, so the question is, leading into tomorrow, what's going to happen in terms of the price action? Do we do something like this? Do we come back into here, find resistance, find like it will find some sort of support there, and then NFP, bang, smack it up, come back down, and then do something like that? I don't know. Could this be NFP? I don't know. We'll see how it goes level to level. We'll see how this day goes. But we are at resistance. We are coming into resistance, and I don't want to see this high taken out. I do not want to see this high taken out. If it's taken out, what's going to happen is going to go play back to range high into this high there. And if that happens, if we get a push up like this, then what happens is obviously we're going to get a pullback on BTC and Ethereum. Stock markets will go down as well. And yeah, alts, I don't think alts will hold too well. There'll be a pullback on alts as well. Then from there, we have to reassess what's going to happen next. So coming into thingy, let's have a look at this. So just coming into the 15 minutes, right? Where's 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock was, so yeah, this is 10 o'clock, right? So we got the 10 o'clock high, which is over here, right? Once they do its thing, right? If it gets back up, gets below the 10 o'clock high, right? Breaks down. Let's send this back down to here, back into here, finds a bit of resistance, maybe a pullback there, and then we got this trend line over here. Got a bit of a trend line, you can see. Let's have a look. I'll use this low here to this. We've got this trend line coming up there, something like this. 10 o'clock high, break back down, play it down over here, smack it down, maybe a bit of a pullback, and then play it back into this high over here, which makes sense to come into this trend line. And then if we come back here, bounce it back down, and then break down as a retest from the trend line, then you can start seeing that price actually start making lower lows, lower highs, Because at the moment, price action is bullish, right? You won't want to fade this price action. If price action is bullish, we're making higher highs, taking out these highs over there, which is not a problem there. But we want to see a flip, a breakdown. So once we lose this low here, then we can start saying, yeah, okay, price action on a lower time frame is actually being bearish. And if we're bearish, we're playing down on the downside. What's going on? What's going on, skin face? Trim that beard. What do you think? You are a pirate. Oh shit, skin face. Caught me off guard. What a dickhead. Oh fuck. Dude. I can't, bro. I can't. That's the funniest comment that we had today. Shout out to skin face. That was the best one. Oh fucking hell, skin face. I think what's gonna come up tomorrow. Let me finish this off quickly. So that's what dollar index we're looking for, right? Cool. Here's the Captain Devlin pirate. Fucking pirate. Alright, let's go on to the ES. Oh fucking hell. You guys, man. Alright, so ES is interesting, right? So final rejection of the September's mid-range. We talked about this quite a few times, and that's September's high. Let's bring up the hourly chart. And what we're doing is we're coming back, right? So if I just mark this out, right? Let's just mark out these levels, and we can start talking about it one by one, okay? So we got September's low, which comes into here, 25% of the range, which is going to be a key point, right? We'll talk about it in just a moment. We've got the mid-range, where we can clearly have seen we found some resistance here, a bit of a deviation of the mid-range, is coming back down. No problem there. We are still anticipating a push up, right? Because if we look at, like, remove all the whole idea of the fundamentals of the rate hikes and all that kind of stuff. You remove that and just look at it from a price action point of view, right? If we're playing from high to mid to low, and then we play from low to mid, what we're looking for, reclaim of this area, right? Take out these highs over there, take out these highs, find support, play back to high, so mid to high. So could this be a deviation? Well, this bit here, could this be a deviation of the mid-range? That's what we're looking for. We're expecting a bit of a pullback, no problem, that is, right? But working out where the pullback could be. Well, if you look, right, price, right, always works out in ranges. Okay, so we got consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. Retest is the ranges itself, right? It doesn't have to retest the range high itself. Can come up for a deeper pullback, no problem. But we want to see quite quickly reclaim above the range high and then shoot up, and that will be, you know, our confirmation for higher prices with bullish price action. So what is the particular range we're looking at? So let me just remove this. There we go. So we got a range high over here. That's the range high, and I would say this is the range low. Or you could use this actually. It doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest. That's the range high, and that's the range low. Let's just use this, okay? Just to encapsulate all this data over here, where we got a deviation, find support, deviation, find support, comes back up, breaks down, sends it all the way back to the lows. Take out these lows there. Yeah, let's do it. It doesn't really fucking matter. Wait, 1 second. I think I put it. Yeah, I put this one. That's what I done. I knew what I done. So the one I'll use is this one in particular, right? It's got the most data in here. So consolidation, a lot of deviations on both sides. A lot of deviation on both sides there. You can see smaller deviation there. And then we've broken market structure on the upside, no problem. We're taking out these highs there, so that's good. So as long as we're taking out these highs there, which means we don't want to lose this low here. If we start coming back down and lose this low, what that means is we're going to break down into this low over here. Okay, so market structure is still in place, no problem. We have NFP. NFP can send this back down into this area consolidation. It's not a problem, right? Into this area. Can you see that area here? That's perfectly fine for it to come back down. But we need to reclaim this area here, bullish market structure, send us back to mid-range, from mid-range, hold above it, reclaim these highs there. Let's go to 75, and then we look at the range high, and we see what happens from there. September's range is taken out. We've taken out September's liquidity, which means liquidity is resting at September's high, which makes complete sense. So all that's happening so far, just looking at from this point of view, right, looking at, you know, the range high itself, that was the range high. It's just coming back for a retest, really. That's all it is. As long as we look, whether it does a deeper pullback, I expect this low to hold, right? Whether it does a deeper pullback, but I want to see hold into this, break above, and let's keep going to a mid-range. And that's an easy day trade, to be honest, as well. At least into this base over here, this base of consolidation, and that fills out the inefficiency. And then we got this area of consolidation there, and over here will be an order block over there that's causing a problem there. Once we reclaim, hold above it, off we go. Let's go. Where would I be wrong? Well, hang on a second. If I'm going to be wrong and we want to take a short-term day trade, right? Again, short-term day trade, short-term scalp. It's all going to be short-term. Reason being, again, NFPs tomorrow. We're going to have volatility. We're going to have these fucking wicks up or wicks down, whichever's going to happen. We don't know, but it's going to have a bit of a nasty stop out. It's going to do a lot of stop run. It's going to do a stop run on both sides of the market probably, but we'll see how it goes. At least, like if I'm wrong, right? If I want to play a short-term, let it get down here. So like, let it get down into here. Play it back down. That's my confirmation to shorts. Fill out the inefficiency into this area consolidation right here. Let me just put this as a block. And then from there, we'll see what happens. Right? Does it bounce back up? And if it holds back up, and then I can play it back up to 25% of range. Once we reclaim and hold above it, I can still do a separate trade coming back into this inefficiency here, into this block and the mid range. And then from there, we'll see what happens once we reclaim this area here. Whether it comes up to there, if it comes up to here and then swings down, and then let's play it back down. Doesn't really matter. I'm happy to play either way. I'm just going to play it short term until next week. Once next week is done, we'll have more of a clear sign of what's going to happen going forward then. Okay, cool. You can see dominance. Looking bearish, which is good. Which is really good. What I mean, like, why is it looking bearish? Well, you see this low here? We've taken out this low. We're taking out this low there. We're making lower lows. I think, as you can see, lower lows are making, right? So we are respecting the market structure on the downside, so that's all good. As long as this keeps going down, I mean, look, the next key area, it's this here of BTC dominance, this little area here, right? From that high to this low there, and you can see we bounce off it once and looking to come back into here. So if we start finding some sort of deviation, come back down and retest this is a short back into the lows over here. Once we lose this low, and then it gives us more downside, play back into these highs there, and then into these bays of consolidation, filling out all the inefficiency there, and then from there, which comes into that like range low. Actually, I believe that's range low. Let me double check that. No, range low is over here. So yeah, targeting range low first. Then if we lose this area, we play into these areas there, and then from there we'll see what happens, because this could be the whole of November where alts actually start popping. And then if you start reclaiming and hold above it, and then, you know, time to start looking for shorts there. And we'll see how BTC is doing. BTC may be at 21.7k or something like that, and finding resistance to start breaking down. We'll take the shorts from there. If BTC comes at 24k to July's high, we'll take the shorts from there and starts breaking down. No problem. I'm ready for whichever play it is. If it breaks out of July's high, finds support July's high, then I play the longs. So it's all about flipping the bias whenever you need to flip. At the moment, it's short-term trades, nothing else. It's a trader's market. It's just going to be quite a short burst. Tomorrow, I'm not looking for any swing plays in particular until NFP. Once NFP is done, let's do it. Let's back the boat mission to the moon. Dixie not slowing down. Let's push it. Yeah, I'm down to chill on the thingy in the chat afterwards. No problem. Let's come back to range low. We'll see how it goes. What's Dixie saying first? Still coming up. Alright, so we're going to push up into here. I'm going to have to look at Ethereum. It's hard to manage to trade when I'm on a fucking stream right now, you know, that's the problem. Alright, we'll see how it goes. Yes, it's coming back down, which makes sense. So yeah, ETH is going to come back down, BTC is going to come back down as well, which makes complete sense. Monday's low is intact. Okay, I just want to see on BTC. I need to make sure Monday's low is intact. We'll talk about that in a second, because I'm in a long for Ethereum, so I want to make sure this stays intact. We hold above it, right, and then we should see ETH start pushing back up once we have this kind of price action coming up there. So I'm still in the long in terms of Ethereum. We'll see what happens. If you have an electrical problem, your audio signal is crappy. Is it? How's the audio for everyone? Let me know. When you say like crappy, in what way, brother? Like if I fart, would you hear it? If I fart, would you hear my... No, but it's true that if I ever fart and you ever hear like a... then you know... I don't know what kind of fart that is. But then you know, like, shit, his audio is fucking sick. Thank you. Maybe, I don't know. It's Slight buzz sometimes. Yeah, a few people have told me about it. There's a slight buzz. I think you know what it is. It's the phone interference when I get text messages and or whatever, when I bring it closer or whatever. I think there's that, but I'll have to test it out. But what am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. Too early to drink alcohol. I don't drink, I'm missing. Shit, I told you about the story about the death threats yesterday. Let's be careful about that. Fucking death threats, man. These little bitches can fuck out of here. I got death threats. How the fuck am I getting death threats, man? What the fuck? I'm a 2,000 subscriber on YouTube and I'm getting death threats. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I wonder what happens when I hit 200k. Yeah, Jordan. I was telling the guys about this, man. So, like, what happened? Coffee with milk in it. I'm not French or Italian. You guys are next level. I don't want to stain my teeth. And your voice is a constant hum on all your streams. Something's not right. Okay, I'll check that out, actually. I have to check that out if there's a hum. There shouldn't be a fucking hum. There shouldn't be a hum. Need to get hanged. Nah. I think it's Americano. I just put a bit of a thingy, milk in there. It's too black, man. I don't want to stain my teeth in it. I need to go see a dentist in it. Oh, so John, you're getting that same issue. All right, then I need to check this out. If it's a problem, we need to sort of see what this problem is with this audio. It's a good mic as well. I don't know what's going on. It's got a naughty sage coffee machine. Nah, man. I'm thinking I've got one of them Nescafe ones, man. I wanted to get the sage ones in it. But then I realized I don't drink much coffee. I'm more of a tea person. I'm British, innit? Rah, pirate. That's fucked up, man. You're gonna disrespect me like that, yeah? Is that how we're gonna be like? No respect for me no more. Man, after all the love and and respect I've got for you and all the appreciation and stuff like that, an American coffee, bruv. So what coffee do you drink, pirate? Italian. Nescafe, what's wrong with me, bruv? John, are you really siding with her? You guys are fucking taking the piss or some shit. Like, only espresso for me now. I think as the coffee, yes, as the. What's going on? Get that eating, brother. Lavazza. I've got some Lavazza. I don't like it so much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really yeah, it's too bitter. I don't like bitter coffee. I'm more of a latte guy. But yeah, let's get back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin. So obviously this was the whole spike up and down. You can see quite clearly. I mean, first actually, it spiked down, spiked up, came into this area here. To be honest, right, I would have preferred. I didn't take a trade actually from yesterday itself. Branded coffee, bruv. You know what? Like, branding coffee is not bad. I go to America. I buy these a pack of 6 of Americanos in Costco. Costco's lit, man. Costco's the shit, man. I love Costco. But the problem is when I go to Costco, I spend more money than I should do. Like, I go there thinking like, yeah, I just need to get milk, I need to get sugar, I need to get this and that, and bits and bobs, bread here and there. And next thing is I'm coming out with a fucking trolley full, and it costs me like 400 quid. I go back home, and I'm like, shit. Maybe my mom needs this. So I just gave it to my mom. Gas station liquor too. Fucking hell. It's the only brand that Italians that the beans are from around the world. Oh, Lavazzo. Boycott Lavazzo then. Fuck Lavazzo. Fucking Italians. Bang the sign, the euros in it. Bastards. I'm messing. I'm only joking. I've got love for the Italians. The pirate is Italian, so I can't disrespect it like that. So anyway, going back into thingy. Toasting and processing is different. Alright, pirate, you know what? I'm gonna have to come round to yours one day, right? And then you make me a coffee, right? And I'll see what the deal is. See how good it is. I'm messing, pirate. I'm messing. I was only joking there. It's just like because the World Cup's coming up as well, isn't it? Like the pain of the Brits losing is still there. It's still there. But yes, let's get back to work then. So using Monday's range, right? I mean, like I was saying, I would have preferred like a stop run on Monday's high. Do something like this. I was telling this to guys yesterday. Something like this, I could have entered in. Yo, Hugh Janus, I'm joking. Nah, Italians are amazing, man. They're fucking better. To be honest, right, anyone's better than the British, man. Us British are fucking boring as fuck, let's be honest. We don't have taste buds. They only eat mashed potatoes. They only either fucking have... yeah, that's it pretty much. That's all they got. Baked beans and toast, that's all they got. What else is the British have? I'm just dissing the British to make the Italians happy here. But it's true, though. British people don't know shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. there's a lot of Brits here in the UK. They haven't left the city. Like you ask them like, yo, bro, have you been to London? And a lot of people haven't been to London. It's just weird. I mean, the younger generation is different now, but the older generations are weird. Fish and chips, that's all we have. Yeah, fuck all, man. We ain't got nothing. We still everyone. Like, I mean, I could say a lot of things. It could be racist here, but like, I mean, like not racist, but it's not good to say on YouTube, really. Like, but if you think about it, like, it's like this. I'll tell you something, right? So there was one day, fuck it, I'll tell you the story. So story time. There was one day I was working as a pharmacist in Cheltenham. Now, Cheltenham, if you guys don't even know, that's where the racetracks happens as well. So the Queen actually comes down for the grand racing in Cheltenham as well. So it's a very, very posh. There's two sides of Cheltenham. There's a posh area, which is really, really posh. When I say posh, I mean like it's people's got money there. You can see it's an area that fully. It's not like a small little area. It's like a big, massive area that's got money there. And I worked in the Lloyd's pharmacy over there at the time, innit? And this what happened. So the Lloyd's pharmacy is attached to the Waitrose, innit? And like I was there. I was the only brown guy there, right, in the pharmacy, right, which is standard. No, it's not a big issue for me anyway. And this woman called for the pharmacist. My dispenser, Claire, she comes up to me and she's like, oh yeah, like patient wants to speak to you. So I go out there, and the woman, right, swear to God, she looks at me from top to bottom, and she goes, "I'll come back tomorrow." And I was like obviously now my dispensers, right, like my staff, right, like who were like with me on the day, they were offended by this, and they were like, thank you, John. Yeah, they were mad offended by this, and they're like, it's like, how dare you say this? You're gonna get banned X, Y, and Z. I'm like, no, slow down. It's not a problem. And it's like, and like Claire, there was Claire and there was Anna as well. Both of them, they left anyway, so I could say their names. They left anyway, but yeah, so like they were offended by this as well. I was like, nah, slow down, it's all good. They're like, how can you say slow down? Like, you know, they're being racist to you, X, Y, and Z. And then like, apparently, this is the best part. The best line of the British line is right is that my one of my best friend is Pakistani. I'm like, bro, I'm not Pakistani. You're making it worse. I'm not even Pakistani. They're like, what are you? I'm like, I'm Mauritian. They're like, Russian. I go, no, I'm Mauritian. So I had to show them a map on my phone and shit, like how it looked like in it. And I told them, I was like, and the woman is listening to the whole thing in it. I go, look, she might have like a situation that's a feminine situation, a woman's situation, not feminine, that's the wrong word to say. She has a woman's situation, you know, like, and she feels uncomfortable to speak to a male. It totally happens. And the thing is, in this kind of game, you got to understand. And I was like, she can come tomorrow. There's like, if there's a lady pharmacist tomorrow to cover me, all good. And then the woman, she felt quite bad in it. She's like, oh, I'm really sorry, I judged me, this and that, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, oh, so you were being racist? And then she's like, no, it's not racist. I'm like, get out the store. I'm not dealing with it. That's it. She fucked up. She completely fucked up. She could have said, yeah, I've got a woman problem, and then make up some bullshit story about a woman problem, which I can just say, yeah, you could have this and that, or have hot water bottle, or whatever bullshit it really is as well. And then tell me what your real issue is, man. But she's so dumb, right? The Brits are so dumb. They just say, yeah, I was being racist. Fucking dumbass. But she was weird, man. I kicked out, man. Kicked out. Fucking weirdo. But anyway. It's weird though. We'll take their jobs in it. That's the thing is, don't you know? Like, all brown people take all their British people's jobs. That's what we're here for. They come and take our lands, but we're taking our jobs in it. That's what we're doing now. So it's tit for tat. I'm messing. I love the British. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking for real though. Like, in terms of the Brits, they're good. They're cool, but they can be a bit of a funny one. It's the older one that kind of pisses me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's the older one that actually pisses me whatsoever. And well, what can you do in it? So from there, anyway. So what I was saying here. So we're looking at this, right? BTC. Yeah, I was being racist. Yeah, literally, that's what she said. So dumb that was as well. Really, really dumb. But I was telling a story to my mum yesterday, actually, about freaking my cousin or something like that. Was it my cousin or something like that? I forgot. And she's like, she didn't know the story about this when I actually, like, oh, Josh. Oh, story time. Quick one. Another story time. I was telling the story about my mum about Josh in it. And, like, she knew what Josh was. Now, Josh was like, when I went to primary school, right? So I moved from Allen Rock to Acot's Green. Now, Acot's Green was a white area at the time. I'm going to shorten this whole thing in. It's a proper white area. And when I say white, like proper, like, yo, listen, there's mashed potatoes and fish and chips over here, innit? So what happened was, like, I went to a school, right? And I was the only brown person there. Me and my brother was a brown person there. Nothing's happening with BTC at the moment, so I'm just got a little plan there. I'll explain it in a second. So I thought I'd just do a story time quickly. Thank you, Chris. If you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. Story time, still story time. So, being the only brown person there, right, and like now, which was amazing, right? The geezers over there, the white guys over there, right? They were quite fascinated to see a brown guy. They were very fascinated. They're like, "What do you eat? Like, do you eat chips?" That's what they asked me. Do you eat chips? Brother, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I eat chips in it. Like, but do you eat like what else? They asked loads of questions in it, like silly questions like that, like because they didn't know what a brown person eating it. Therefore, they're like the first time they're learning about freaking about Muslims in it. That's what it really was in the area and at school. So there was a kid called Josh, right? Josh was one of my good friends as well. Now Josh, right, in year 11, when I say year 11, we were like 10, 11 years old in it. Josh came round to my yard, right, like in the November when it was my birthday. Came around on my yard and I had 20 quid. My mum and dad gave me £20 for my birthday, and it was in my bedroom on my table. And Josh jacked that money and went, right? And we know it was Josh because Josh was the only guy who came over that day and stayed in. And they sent the money afterwards. I saw the money before he came. I did definitely remember because my dad gave me that birthday card in the morning, and that was it. And Josh was came around to actually have a day out with me, kind of thing. We just played in the garden, kind of stuff. But we chilled in my room, and so that was one. Now, Josh, the motherfucker, in April was my brother's birthday. Now, listen to this now. So, there was, like, I think it was the day of my brother's birthday, whatever. Josh comes over. There was two lads as well. There was Josh, Robert, and Aaron in it. All white names in it because it's a white school. So, like, they came over. And, like, they're literally walking past, knocked on the door. They saw my dad, like, Z's dad. Like, can Z actually come out and play? They call my dad Z's dad in it. It was funny. It was one of the funniest things about white people. I love it about it. You know, when you're in school, you don't call them like Mrs. Barnes or Mrs. Smith or Mr. Doherty. You don't say that. You say you call the dad or the mum the kid's name, mum and dad. So you'd be like Aaron's mum, that's how we do it. It's a weird thing. I don't know if it's like that everywhere else, but back in my childhood, it was like that. So and then so Josh came over, Aaron came over, and Robert came over. They asked my dad if I can play football in the park. My dad was like, nah, if you want to play football, go in the garden and play in the garden. So they came over and then we're chilling. They were chilling in my room, and listen to this now. Now, I was in my room. I was talking to Robert, right? No, to Aaron at the time. So I didn't even pay attention. What must have happened was Josh opened his bag, and he's like, yo, guys, you can never believe this, innit? And he's like, my mum put 20 quid in my pocket, in my bag, and left it there for me to find it. I didn't hear it. I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear it. Because if I heard it, it would be a different song. Like, yo, the fuck? Like, do I look white to you? But anyway, so he's like, so I didn't pay attention. All I remember from after the conversation between me and Aaron was, Robert goes, yo, guys, do you want to go and get fish and chips? Do you want to get a bag of chips in it? Like with Josh. Josh is offering. I'm like, yo, Josh is offering. Like, Josh has got money. Fucking hell, I ain't got money like that. And he's like, yeah, like, and he's like, yeah, my mom gave it to me. I'm like, cool. That's what he said to me. My mom gave it to me. That's what I remember. Now the story about like the money in the bag comes up in a bit. So we go out, right? We go downstairs and and I go to my pops. I go, yo, pops, like, can we go and get some chips in it around the corner? There's chippy around the corner. And he's like, yeah, go for it. Just come back. We go get chips and whatnot, right? And I remember this really well. We're getting chips and we're eating our chips outside the store like fucking bad mans. And there's me and my brother. There's Josh, Robert, and Aaron. The five of us, like bad man. £1 chips, a bag of chips. We're eating away. It's nice, enjoyable. Got a ketchup and shit like that. Nice summer's day. And well, it's April anyway. It's a nice day anyway. And my dad comes, right? When I saw my dad, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get banged out here, because I've done something wrong. That's every time the way that my dad looks at me, I can tell that I've done something wrong, and I thought I'd get banged out. So he comes over and he goes to me in Creole. He's like en Creole, like in Creole. He goes, yo, I gave your brother 20 quid, right, for his birthday, right? The money's gone missing. Sa likisoma, likisoma means like that motherfucker. Literally, my dad's gonna call him a motherfucker because you are a motherfucker there. So the motherfucker took the money again. So then I go to Josh, right? I put the chips down. I stand up. I go to Josh. I'm like, yo, did you take my brother's money? He's like, I didn't take any money. This and that. And I'm standing up. My dad's not gonna do anything, obviously, because it's a kid. It's a 10-year-old kid. You can't bang out a 10-year-old kid. So I go to him like, you took my brother's money. He's like, nah, I didn't take it. I never took any money. Like, and then Robert stands up for him as well, of course, innit? Robert's like, it's like, nah, like Josh's mum gave it to him. And my dad goes, how do you know Josh's mum gave it to him? Was you there? Or did you see it? And Robert's like, no, but he found it in his bag. He like, see? Then the story comes back up. He found it in his bag. And my dad goes to him. He goes like, Robert, right? Has your mom ever put money in the bag, in your bag for you to find out, or would she give you money to your hand and say, yeah, here you go, son. That's for you. You can go get some sweets and this and that. And Robert realized what it was, and then Josh went quiet, he went bright red in it, like red as tomato. So I got to Josh and I said to him, I said, bro, do you steal my brother's money? I'll fucking bang you out here. I literally was like that. It was the first time I swore in front of my dad. He never said anything to me at the time. Well, at the time, because I did get in trouble afterwards. And like he gives £10 because he went to get some sweets and stuff like that. So it wasn't 20 quid no more. We bought chips for everyone, and he gives the £10 back to Mara, and he storms off like really upset, and that was it. End of story. Next day, I think on the Monday at school, right? Listen to this, Adam. He gets mad because this motherfucker, right? I will never forget him. And Josh, if you ever watching the stream, right, and you ever see this, you're a dickhead. I'll tell you straight up, you're a fucking dickhead. I never said it to your face, but I'm gonna tell you now. If I ever see you, I'll tell you straight up. But listen to this, it gets worse because the next day at school, we don't say shit. Me, Robert, Aaron, and Josh don't say nothing to school. Like we said, bro, you were 17, different. He was 10. He was 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? You can't be jacking mans out. I'm supposed to be your boy in it. But anyway. We don't say nothing. The school doesn't know about this. We don't tell anybody. We keep it hush-hush to us. The four of us knew about this, and we wouldn't go to the grave knowing about the secret. I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal about your secret. So it was like that. Like, you know, when you're 10 years old, like your best friend's your best friend. So at that time, this is where my mind frame completely changed straight after, quite soon. So then we went to secondary school. Secondary school now, after year six, we're now 11 years old. There's two bands. There's red bands and blue band, okay? I was in the blue band. Josh, Robert, Jake, Aaron, all these lot was in the red band. So I didn't get to see them. I had to make new friends now, right? We didn't mix in year 7, 8, and 9 for the first 3 years of secondary school, which would be high school for Americans. I'm not too sure how we work. So I think it's like 10th grade for you. 10th grade is like, yeah. So it'd be like 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I believe that's what it is. So what happened was, so I didn't see Josh in it for when I did see him, right? I would try and say hi to him, but he would ignore me. Like he was popular at that side. I was like, all right, cool. Is that how it's going to be? It's cool. No, never mind. Some people just change, you know, whatever. So didn't really bother about it. In year 9, we had workshop. We had, I don't know what we were doing. I forgot what we were doing. We was in the workshop. You know where when you make cut wood and shit like that, and you sanding stuff and whatever, that kind of stuff. I don't know. I forgot what the word is. Now, my man, right? Like, we're all sitting on this big, massive wooden bench, right? And it's all the popular kids there. Like, when I say popular, there was the hard kids, the rough kids, there was the popular kids, there was all those guys. And I was sitting there. I was sitting across from Josh. Josh decided to rip into... Everyone's taking a piss out of each other, right? Josh decided to rip into me. Now, picture this. When I was, like, in year 9. So, year 9, I was, what? About 14 years old, right? When I was like 13, 14 years old, I was very insecure about my ears. So my ears, right, to me, like now, to me, it's normal, right? But back then, because I was so fucking skinny at 13, right? Like when I say skinny, I was skinny as fuck, fam, right? Like you can lift me up like a plank. That's how it was. So my man, FTM, check it out in a bit. So yeah, my man started ripping into me. He started saying, calling me he called me Dumbo, the elephant, right? You know the elephant Dumbo? He's like, you know, like he's doing this, right? He's doing this to me, right? And he's taking a piss out of me. And everyone in the whole classroom was laughing about this, right? And I took it to heart for this. Because I was like, all right, cool. You want to play a diss match? I'm the wrong motherfucker to play with. Like, let's do this, right? FTM, sure, okay. We'll have a look at it. I'm still keeping an eye on Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, I wanted to come back to Monday's low, hold into Monday's low, and then reclaim this range low here itself, break out this trend line, and that means a confirmation for me to enter in. I mean, I drew it out there as a plan in case people actually picked onto it as well, but I'll explain it in just a second. So yeah, my man started fucking calling me Dumbo. He's just ripping into me. Everyone's laughing. And I'm like, rah, like you know when you're insecure of fucking your body parts? And that was the only thing I was ever insecure. I was never insecure about anything else. It wasn't something, everyone has insecurities, but that was the one insecurity that I had. My ears were too big for my body. That's what I felt like. And like my dad would say to me, you grow into it. I'm like, fuck out of here. You grow into your fucking ears. Your ears are just... But I made a mistake saying that to you guys, innit? So yeah, he's calling me Dumbo, innit? Motherfuckers start saying all this shit to me. I forgot what he said to me. Like, he was making quotes from the film, because I've never seen the film. Because I didn't want to watch the film as a young kid, because I was like, yo, like, this guy got big ears like me, innit? So I knew to me, it was an offense to watch the film. And I'm going to respect Dumbo and not watch it, because I'm going to boycott it. Because I got your ear problem as well, you know what I'm saying? Right? But I think the story at the end that he can fly with it or some shit like A long base on invalidation as well. Is it? Wait. Which one? What you talking about, Hugh? You talking about this? About this BTC? I'm looking for like, you know, this is the low over here. You gotta change your logo to your name first. Dickhead. Looking for this low here. Once, you know, find some resistance, come back to range low, Monday's low, reclaim this low here, like here. You can take an aggressive trade here. Once you break out of it, out of this trend line here, this is your confirmation. Higher highs, take out these highs there, 25% monthly open, mid range, right? And then we'll talk about it in a bit. But yeah, that's the plan for BTC. So because I've got a little bit of time, I can tell you story time in it. So yes, I'm calling me dumb, but he said he was check out H, but I'll wait about to go Dumbo mode. So he was saying all this shit in it, right? About Dumbo quoting out movies in the look in the lounge. What the fuck? What's going on, man? I've gone off on a sideways motion, and you guys are telling me there's a lot of stuff going on. Whoopsie. Maybe this is conversation I should be showing. So look, lounge. I'm muted. Oh no, that was in the beginning. Yeah, sorry. Where did you come? Shreds. What are you looking at? Matic. Yo. Can't justify myself buying. Raw pirate, you dickhead. So this is what pirate does. Like, it's now becoming a thing now. Trader Daink is Dumbo. That's why I D for Dumbo in it. Gotta respect Dumbo in it. I was secret. Sorry about that thingy. It's personal, in it. That's why it's in DMs. But yeah, so back to Dumbo in it. My man started taking the piss, right? Quoting things from the movie, and I didn't even know what the fuck the quotes were. Right? Everyone was pissing themselves laughing, and I'm the laughing stock. I'm like, okay, cool. You want to play this? Let's fucking do this, innit? So dickhead fucking. Like, yeah, there was a guy called Anton. Now, Anton, and I'm looking at Josh in the eye like this, and he's cracking himself laughing and just saying shit. I'm just staying quiet like this, waiting for the right fucking time. The corner of my eye, I see Anton coming with his arm to go grab my ears. I know he's grabbing my ear because I know he's a bit of a dickhead. So I grab his arm, slammed it down. I'm like, you remember when you stole my fucking money? You jacked me 20 quid. Everyone goes quiet. Dead silence, and all you hear is whispers. It's like, yo, is this true? What the fuck? Dank's lying. Not Dank. He's lying. He's lying. Nah, Josh stole money. What the fuck? Josh. That's all you can hear. I'm looking him dead in the eye. I'm like, remember you stole fucking 20 quid from me? Everyone says quiet, right? Some geezer goes, yo, it's only a joke. Can't you take a joke? And you gotta make up, you gotta make up a lie. And I was like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, I'm lying, aren't I, Josh? Am I lying? Tell them the truth. Am I lying? You want to play this game? Let's go for it then. He stays quiet. And I'm like, if you don't believe me, Aaron, I'm looking at him in the eye. Aaron's the bottom of the table. He's at the bottom of the table. I'm like, Aaron was there. Ask Aaron. Aaron will tell you the truth. You don't want to believe Aaron? Ask Robert. I got witnesses here. Do you remember when you stole my fucking money? And you're going to come sit here and talk shit to me like that? We stay fucking quiet for you, motherfucker. And I start calling him some nasty shit. Then I went brutal and I start calling him a white trash, which is really fucked up. I shouldn't have done that, but I'm going to be honest about it. That's what I did. Like, yo, dickhead started taking the piss out of me. I was like, yeah. And like, they ask Aaron, bro. They start asking Aaron. Yeah, like, ask Aaron. And then like Aaron goes, like, leave me out of this. This is between Josh and Z in it. And I'm like, you're getting your answers, guys. Remember when you stole my fucking money? Tell them the truth. Tell them, you stole my fucking money in it. 10 years old, you come to my yard, you jacked my brother. Do you remember that? And you bought us chips like a dickhead, right? And he's like, then he goes, but I gave the money back. I'm like, so I go to him, you gave £10 back, motherfucker, right? You still owe me £10. I said, I'm giving you 24 hours now. Either you give me my money back tomorrow, or I'll fuck you up in school, and I don't give a shit. I said to him straight like that, and that was serious. That was done. It was done. Then it became across the whole school, right? Josh stole from Z. Josh stole from Z. Josh is gonna have a fight. Z's gonna have a fight. It's gonna be after school. They start making up the stories. Apparently, they made stories that never even existed. Like 20 quid became £200. I don't know where £200 came from. It was £20. It was £20. Like literally, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't £200. It was £20. Story came out mad in it. Go mobster, bruv. Like, I was 13, 14 at that time. I was 14 years old. You know, like you have to remember in school. When I was in school in secondary school, I was a fucked up kid. I knew all the wrong people. I got into stupid things, got into fights, that kind of stuff. I just knew all the wrong people. It was one of those things like by 15, 16, like, you know, when you do a phone call, you got 15 years old, you give a phone call, right? Boys come from Alan Rock and they're coming down. They're coming down to Nine Stars. That's where my secondary school, and let's go fuck up mans. It was one of those ones. It was really, really fucked up. I wouldn't want to do that again. But I said to him straight up like that. And I remember the next day, like at school, right? He gives me my money back. And then I never spoke to him again. He would never look me in the eye again. And like that was it. I ruined it for him. Like, but you're a dickhead. Like, if you look, you've done something wrong. Why are you acting like a big man? Stop being a prick. Fucking Mongol. He's a prick anyway. Knob and Josh. Still remember him, man. I still remember his goofy looking fucking face, man. And then, oh yeah, so I told my dad. I come home. I told my dad about this. I gave the money back. Pardon me. So my mum was going to me, what do you do with the £10? That was a question. It wasn't about anything else. I said, what do you do with the £10? She thought I jacked it. So nah, I gave it back to dad. I mean, if dad was here, the dad not told you. He's like, nah, I gave it to dad. And he's like, what did dad say? I was like, dad was baffled. He's like, why did you bring up a conversation 3 years later? And I told dad about what happened. Start calling me Dumbo. And dad's like, but he's joking with you. Like, he's taking Josh's side. He's like, what you done that? You embarrassed the kid, blah, blah. I go to my pops. I'm like, pops, you got the £10 back in it. But dad's like, I don't need the £10. It's like, just leave it be. You were kids. You know, kids will be kids. It happens. And I think it was the moment that my dad was proud. Like, he never said it to me, but I can tell he was proud because because whenever we had problem with money, like family borrowed money or whatever, he would always get me involved in this as well afterwards. But yeah, it was mad. But yeah, story time over. Let's get back to thingy, to work. So BTC, what we're looking at. I'm going to squeeze this in quite quickly as well. There's nothing much more to say about it because NFP's tomorrow, so I thought I'd just talk a little bit. I could have made the stream in 20 minutes, half an hour, but I had a bit of story time there. Anyway, so this is what we're looking at. So we're looking at this, right? What's key importance here? Let me just remove this stuff there. Get back into the BTC trade. We're looking into this. So we've got Monday's high, Monday's low, mid-range. We've got key important things, key important levels that we got to be very, very like aware of. Number one, monthly open. Always mark out your monthly open. It's really key. Number two, weekly open, which is Monday's open. That's Monday's open. And as you can see, we find support, shank down. Find resistance, of a deviation. So which means that if we come up, right, anytime we come up to the mid-range, right, to monthly open, hold above it, this will be the next key level. So the two key levels you're looking at are those two areas. So looking for a trade on BTC, like if you're looking for a trade right now, let me start deleting some of this shit here. What's going on? Right, let's start this again. Right, so we have this low here in particular that's actually holding the market. It's a bit of a support. It's a range band environment. You can see that's a range band environment here, right? And what we got this low here in particular, deviation, right? It's support, looking for possible deviation. Does it come back down to Monday's low, holds into it, reclaims this area here, and we find some resistance? The moment we find some resistance, it's not a problem there. Your confirmation, I mean, I'm happy to enter in, right? Once we, hold into here, into the Monday's low, a tag into the Monday's low, invalidation will have to be here. That's where you're completely wrong, okay? It's completely wrong there. And then, any breakout of this higher, breaking market structure, this is your confirmation to play up higher. Once we reclaim this is a range band environment because, again, from low to mid to high, break out to the high, find support. Let's go to the monthly open. That's the next key thing. On the monthly open, we need to be cautious of how we react. Do we break down? Do we start breaking down, cut the whole the rest of the trade? Or you can see, you can have a retest of this range band environment, right? If we start coming back into the monthly, into 25% of the range over here, which is also this range higher on the lower time frame, then you have to cut the trade because it's coming back on you, right? Or what we could do is find resistance on monthly open, holds into this, right? Reclaims the monthly open, comes into the mid range. That's your next target. From the mid range, you can easily say we're going back up to the weekly open. Now this weekly open is going to be key because each time we had a bit of a deviation, resistance, deviation. So the weekly open is going to be a key factor. We need to make sure that if we were to reclaim and hold above it, we need to work at level to level, going out from Monday's side, taking out liquidity there. Because we've taken out liquidity on Monday's low, it only makes sense to take out liquidity on Monday's high. That's it. Once we take out liquidity, that's it, done, trade done. I'm not holding this trade for 24, 25k. I don't care. I take care of yourself. See you later, man. Cruz. So yeah, for me it's 222.38. It's $1 difference. Coinbase is as well. So looking at level to level there. And then once we take out Monday's high, we'll see what happens next. Because NFP is coming up tomorrow. I don't want to really hold this throughout the NFP. I don't want to get wicked out of this. I don't want to, like, I'd rather get stopped, like, take my profit and let this come up. And then on NFP, we play back up, whatever. We see how it goes because this is Monday's range and we can still play Monday's range. And that's the trade really for longs. There's nothing more to it. If I want to look for shorts, right, how would I get into shorts? Would I take shorts here? No, I couldn't take shorts just yet. The key things I've got here now, we've got this low here. Now, if I want to take a quick trade, I can do so. If it comes back down, finds resistance, right, I can play it back down into this area. That's a quick scalp play into this area. It's an area consolidation. And if you start holding below it on lower time frame, let's see if we take out liquidity, bounce it into the 25% of the range. That's Monday's range. That's that. Now, if I want confirmation for shorts to go down to this area here, right now, this is where it gets a bit more interesting. So let me go on the 1 hour. Right, we know we've got these levels here, right? So we've got some highs over here, level to level, right? This is how what you could do. What you could do, literally, is mark out these highs there and see how they react at each particular area. This is going to be a key point over here. In my opinion, it's this high here. This particular one. We've got all this inefficiency to fill out, which is very, very possible. Now, what are we looking for is letting price come back down, right? If I want confirmation, the moment we come into here, find resistance, I can, for example, if it comes up to a deviation into this area consolidation, right? I can take a short, right, from here with a stop loss here. For example, I'm just giving you a rough idea. Once we break down, that's your confirmation. Play back down on a short for a scalp into these highs over there, which makes sense. And then we can see if we lose this little area here, come back into this high, and then into this basic consolidation. And then we'll see what happens there. But 19.7k is going to be key area. Why is it going to be key? Well, because do you remember the fucking range we played from, like, for fucking time? Where is it? 19th. Where's the 19th of September? It's right here. This particular range high. Where's the fucking line? See this particular range there? It just makes sense. Remember the high I just marked out? It just makes sense. To play it back down, right? Into here, and then from there we'll see what happens. Does it squeeze into here? No problem. I'm happy to squeeze it and cut the trade. I do not want to see it get back below here and play it lower, because otherwise it's gonna be lower. I'm still leaning bullishness, right? So I want to see us get reclaim and hold this level, reclaim and keep going. Once we get above the monthly open, off we go. Does that make sense? Okay, so why is crypto holding so strong despite ES and Nasdaq dumping? Well, ES has been pumping and crypto was holding. It wasn't doing anything. So it's only natural for it to react. It's just the focus of BTCs pushing up. You have to remember, it's not pegged exactly to dollar index. So we just work this level to level. I'm expecting a pullback. If dollar index is pushing up, I expect a pullback. And we find some resistance in the mid range. Remember the mid range we talked about? So we found some resistance there. 10 o'clock high. Where's 10 o'clock high? That's 10 o'clock high. Want to see us get here. So we can get a stop run back into this area right here. Let me just draw this out. Area consolidation right there. Right. Enter in. Stop loss over here. Once we get back below here, that's it. Send it back down to this, and then we play it back into areas as we discussed earlier. So ETH holding against Dixie. Yeah. Let's have a look. Monday's low. Fuck off, man. We're losing Monday's low here. Don't want to really get fucked over too much here, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So yeah. So that's the plan for ETH and BTC. Now Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum quickly. Squeeze this in. So now what's going on with Ethereum? 15 minutes. Let's draw this out. Monday's high, Monday's low. Same shit as usual. Got a range band, same thing. Got a range band environment. And where is this, right? On the lower time frame, this low here, right? This low here, and I'd say this high here. Okay, that's the range band environment. That's a deviation. Our support. We're coming back at support there. I do not want to see this. If we see this, then we can come back into this area. That's a short there to play on a quick short play. Back here as target 1. And then squeeze into target 2. That's what we're looking for. I might have to cut the trade in terms of Ethereum there in a moment. See how we work. See what happens in there. So now, so that's the short play. If I want to continue on short plays, what can we look at for? Same thing that we discussed on the 1 hour, the 19th, the high on the 19th, which is right here. This is a range band environment. Right, so from there to there. It looks like, I mean, look, please see. Yeah, you could say that. That was a deviation. And what we do want to do, we want to get back into here. We want to get back above. That's what it is. This is your invalidation for longs here. So if you were to, for example, come back down, break down, you're playing it back into this area of consolidation. That'd be target 1, that'd be target 2. Trade's done. If we start losing these lows over here, let's play out, take out liquidity here, liquidity there. This is a range bound environment right here. That'll be my target. Lose this level there. Let's go back into this consolidation there. That's the shorts itself. In terms of longs, how do we play the longs? Using 1 day's range, right? Invalidate. My nose is fucking playing funny. Yeah, I'm on the water too as well. Pirate as well. Monitor this in a bit. Let me make another roll up as well. Another cigarette. So, looking at this, right? Can you guys tell me, right, without me saying anything, what are you looking for bullish price? Can anyone say, tell me how they would like to jump on board? Anyone has an idea? Well, I'm actually making a cigarette at the same time. I mean, it's always me saying, do this, do this, do this, and that, right? I would like to see how, like, after all the things I've said, like, have you guys been paying attention? I want to see that. It's always nice to know that you guys are actually seeing things, and not only just trying to understand what I'm looking at, but also, like, am I actually making sense to you guys? Because there's no point me talking shit, and you guys are like, yo, what the fuck is he saying, man? I'm only here for the story time. Fucking Josh. He's a prick. Skin face trying to slide in, yeah? Yo, is that you, skin face? Fuck it out. So NRC reclaim a monthly open will give a high probability confirmation. Agree. Fill price gap, reclaim range, reclaim the high. Okay, Thomas is cool. But yeah. What's going on, Joe Crate? How you doing, brother? Yeah, you want to jump on? Adam, I'm serious. I'll send you a thingy, a Zoom link right now if you want it. If you're on it, you can do the Ethereum plan for me right now. It's interesting what everyone's saying. A swing fail at the bottom of the range would also be good. You're about to face sushi. Adam went quiet now. Adam just said, yeah, let me jump on and tell you my plan, and he's gone quiet. I'm down. I'm waiting for Adam here to give me a response. If he's on it, I'll give you a Zoom link. You jump on board right now, bruh. Come on, you in bed with a girl and you're listening to me. Do I look stupid, bruh? Got love for him. Alright, never mind. Another time. That's all good. I'm only messing with you, brother. No, but serious though. If you guys ever want to jump on, just send me a DM, man. I'm more happy for you to jump on board with me, and we can just jump on our morning stream. It's all blessed with me. I'm happy to actually, let you do your plans here and there, and I can actually help you out. No problem. Automatic short. We'll talk about that in a bit as well. So yeah, so it's quite interesting what NR said. A swing fail at the bottom of the range will also be good, which means that he's happy for it to come back down and then play it back up all the way into here and then come back up, which is not a problem there. For me, is that we got this range bound environment that we talked about. We lose this level there. I'm happy to flip my longs, play the shorts back into here as target 1. I'm happy to squeeze profits in here, no problem. And then my invalidations here. You know what I'm saying? So there's always trades in any sort of direction. You just gotta follow the trade. And also what else? What's said? And there's also so reclaim of the monthly open give higher probability. I agree. Monthly opens here. And then this could be the deviation of the month the low of the month. Could be. We don't know. We don't fully know. But once we get above the weekly open, that increases probability, gets above Monday's high, keeps going in. And that's what we would like to see. We would like to see. But then again, NFP is coming, so we got to be a bit cautious. Which means if NFP is coming, we're going to get some volatility like this. Just like we had with FOMC. This is the FOMC volatility. Stop runs, right? Came to this block of consolidation there. Again, with BTC, I would have preferred it take out the highs there and then play back down. Then I would have done the short. I would have been happy to enter in because I had a plan. Never happened. It is what it is. It is, you know, you just move on. 18% loss. Wow. So we got Monday's low. We don't want to lose Monday's low, right? That's the key thing right now. That's the interesting thing right now. We talked about the range here. How would I, and we talked about the shorts now. How would I get onto long? So we know this. We've got a range band environment right here, right? So this is the range band environment. We've also got a trend line coming on over here. You can see if I want to increase my probability, let the deviation happen, whatever he wants to do. Once it steps back in, holds up, breaks out of it, reclaims a Monday's low, play back to range high on a short scalp, break above here. This is your confirmation. That's your final confirmation to go back into another scalp into monthly open. From the monthly open, we want to see how we react. Look at BTC, where BTC is at. If BTC is at monthly open, then we're most likely gonna come back down as well. If BTC is not nowhere near the monthly open, I can see Ethereum pushing up to mid range at the weekly open, and then from there we'll see what happens. As long as we hold above it and reclaim, then this next target to 1613 and 1635, and see what happens there. So I'm gonna don't wanna see us lose this. Don't want to see us lose this. Bit of a messy fucking situation, isn't it? So we'll see how it goes. But that's it. That's Ethereum plan. That's pretty much it. Let's have a look at sushi quickly. Right, sushi. Interesting with sushi is coming into resistance. Where would I be comfortable to short? Getting back below July's thingy. Do something like this. That would be confirmation to play back into this low over here. That's target 1, and then squeeze into here. And then we'll see what happens. That's the shorting scenario. I wouldn't want to short it just yet. I'd like to see what happens. Because NFP is coming in. So again, no swing trades here at all at the moment. Looking at the 1 hour. Let's have a look. So we've got this here. I mean, we've broken out of the consolidation. Yeah, again, see, because we've broken out of the trend line here, and you know, broken out this high, well, this high in particular. This is the main high for me. An aggressive high. We broke out of these highs over here. Bullish market structure. So even if it would come back down here, reclaim and hold above there, I'm quite happy to enter in, playing it all the way, taking out these, or back into this area here, to this area here, back into there, and then if we take out these, oops. We take out these highs. Let's fucking go. Next set of targets. Next set of targets. Where can we go? Let's have a look. 1 hour. Let's go on the 4 hours. Let me do a double. Let me double this up. 1.5 and 2. Yeah, because I don't see why not. Why can't we go squeeze up to 240? You know, something like this. Breaks up. Hold above it. Target 1, and then target 2. That could be it. From an SR point of view, right? Yeah, from an SR point of view, let's have a look. We've got this low here. But it's just below 240, obviously. Well, clearly below 240 here. 240 comes in around where this consolidation is. You see this high there? That's the area there. So that's around there. It makes sense. It does make sense. We can come up there, maybe a quick squeeze up to 240, and then starts breaking down, and that's the area of consolidation. And play back down into this area. That's good. That could happen. That's sushi there. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, it's still holding that trend line. You can see. So it's very respectful on that trend line. So this low here in particular. Yeah, that's a very steep trend line. Once we start breaking out, once we break below it, then it's over. You know. So let just ride the wave as it is. No, I'm still in ETH. I'm still in ETH at the moment. Oh, fuck off. 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm still in ETH. My stop loss is here at 1527. That's where my stop loss is. See this area of consolidation? That's where my stop loss is. So I'm quite happy to actually, and you can see like quite clearly from this little consolidation over here. This was the consolidation below this range bound environment there, And what happens is we come there, support, do a deviation. I don't want to see us lose this area here. So you can come into this area, and it just makes sense. You can come back into here. It's not a problem. But I don't want to see, if it was going to be strength, so strength, I want to see us spend no time during New York in the next, what, half an hour, 40 minutes or so, during New York, start pushing up. That's what I would like to see. I don't want to see us come back down below too much. I'm looking for this to be a swing failure of the London time zone. London morning, let's call it London morning. Yeah, because this is what, 10 o'clock? 8:30, that's 8:30. The high was done during Asia's time. So we really got an Asia's range really as well. Really, yeah, that is the range for during Asia that was playing. That London was playing within Asia's range over here. So that's what it was playing at. Confirmation for the upside. Off we go. So I haven't cut it. Bit of a downer, never mind. But we'll see. When you trade alts, do you look at BTC pair? Nah, I don't actually. I just use the USDT pair because I take in profits in USDT. So like at certain areas, certain resistance here and there and whatnot. That's where I'm actually taking the trade. So I'm quite happy to actually. What's going on, Justin? How you doing, brother? That's why I've been looking at taking profits. I do flick on it from time to time with the BTC pair just to see what the deal is going on. But generally not so much. No, I just focus on the USDT pair. You blaze one. Sick guy. I'll probably do one afterwards as well. Right, so let's see what BTC. I'm gonna have to look to cut it. If we come into this area here, right, like into Monday's low, and finds resistance and starts breaking down here, I'll have to cut the trade. I'd rather cut the trade and then be ready. Don't fucking like this. What a shitty fucking morning. Never mind. You win some, you lose some. We're not too far from my fucking entry. From my take profit. You know what? Let's go on the 1 minute. Bastard, that's what happened. We lost the slow here. Okay, cool. Come into this high here. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just going to be in my zone for 1 second there. So this high in particular is the key that I need to look for. We need to reclaim this high here. It's coming into this range over here. That high to that low. Right? Inefficiencies right here. So right. That's what we're looking at. So that's the low there. Can't find I don't want to find resistance in this area here. Mark at that low here from this high. Okay, we're close into it. Fine. I want to see us reclaim that area now. That's what I want to see. I've got my levels here to work out. We find resistance here, so it's breaking down. Fucking hell. Look to cut the trade and live another day. Happy to live another day. Let's go in the 30 seconds. Lost the Monday's low completely. Bastard, making. So this is the range, but this is short, man. Fuck yeah, this is short. So I entered around here, 1547. Half an hour down. Seconds. Let's go 1 minute. Get some more candles in there. Let's have it up. Want to see us reclaim this now, bastard. Come on, man. Don't fuck with me here. This wick came into here, so I thought, okay, cool. 4 minutes there. 5 minutes looks alright. It's not too bad. Gold is dumping. What's going on with dollar index? Delete this. Right, so dollar index is going to go up higher then. I have to wait for it after thingy, after during New York, and then play for New York. XAU, USD. Yeah, gold looks bearish though. Gold to me is looking to come down into this area. It might come to 1532, which is not good. The moment we've got these lows here on the daily, we can't close below this trend line here. We've got to hold it. So I mean, what could happen is a swing failure of this low here, right, and then reclaim and hold above it. That could happen, and then retest this area. That will be the next area that we're looking for, into this area here first. Target 1 and then target 2. Reclaim this area here, then that'll be the next set of targets there. And then once we reclaim, well, that'll be invalidation. Sorry. So once you reclaim this area here, Monday's low, right? Sorry, not Monday's low. The low on this range low. Then you know this is your invalidation. This was all just a deviation of the range, because we come back in the range and then we play back to step 1 and step 2, and then from there we'll see what happens. Let's see this happen. See what happens here. But otherwise, if we lose this low here, for example, on gold, right? Lose this low here. Finds resistance, breaks down, right? Take the short, whatever the deviation is, play it back down to range low. What is that range? Let me show you. It's from this particular range here. That's all it is. Range high, range low, and all we've done, range bounded, deviation, we step back into it, and that's a deviation of the range high, deviation of the range high, lower highs there, and then we're playing it back down, and we're making lower lows over here, obviously, because we lost this low, playing it back down in this area here. Makes sense because it's all in this inefficiency right there on the daily. If I show you, you see it right here. So once we lose this low over here, what happen is break down, flat body candle, fill this out, and then we'll see what happens. That'll be the target there. Maybe squeeze into here. So that's what dollar index is show. Sorry, the gold is showing as well. Not looking good though, in my opinion. It's gone to 15. NFP was that. NFP run the highs. Okay, that's what happened. Comes into an order block. 1 hour. Probably makes sense. Yeah, came back into this. This area, kissed it off there, bang, sells off. Targets of these lows are coming in. So that's what we're looking at. It's a bit of a tricky one though. So ES, what's ES doing? ES is still pushing down. I think we come back down. I'm gonna have to cut the trade probably with Ethereum if we don't recover 5 minutes. Yeah, so I'm looking at Monday's low. If we don't reclaim Monday's low and we start finding resistance off, like for example, let's just say, see this low here in particular, right? If we come into here and find resistance and starts breaking down, I'm gonna have to cut the trade because we're gonna come back down. We could do something like this, come into here, back into Monday's low, find resistance, again, I'll have to cut the trade. I want to reclaim Monday's low. That's what I want to see. Appreciate that, Justin. Glad that you actually thingy that it's helping out for you, man. Really appreciate that. But I'm still leaning bullish and leaning bullish in terms of a lower time frame. In terms of like using Monday's range, we're taking out Monday's liquidity. It only makes sense to come out and take out Monday's highest liquidity. That's what it is. So, but it all comes down. Confirmation is holding above these highs there, and then let's go level to level, which we discussed about. But that's it pretty much. Nothing more to say really. That's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. Got like an hour and 15 minutes really. And I need to monitor Ethereum to cut the trade if I need to cut the trade. So yeah, plans all there for Ethereum, BTC and whatnot. Come to after FOMC, NFP tomorrow. Then come Monday, we'll have much more of a clear sight what's going to happen as well. We'll see what the price action comes in on Monday, have the Monday's range on Tuesday, play the breakout on that on Tuesday, and then if we're going to do the expansion on for ETH and BTC, we can play the expansion. It's not a problem. So we have a short burst trade. That's what it is right now. Okay. Hopefully that helps out, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.